Hello, my name is Hendrik Buhrmann, and I'm the head coach at Eagle Canyon Golf Estate. And I'm looking forward to help you play better golf.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the large greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
Now I'm going to take you through this whole journey to explain to you how to play better golf, and that's how I'm doing it, which is it's more a journey of lifestyle. Golf, you must enjoy it. There's no quick solutions. When they tell you there's a tip, just hit 3 of these and you play better golf. The internet's full of these things. That is not true. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is spend time with this game, doing the right things, you will play better. Now, I'm going to help you to understand how you're going to become your own best coach, because that is the secret. Because if you don't take ownership, nobody else is going to take ownership. It's your game to play and enjoy. Now, let me explain to you what I'm doing. I'm having a stereo here where you will see there's a camera over there and there's a camera over there. And if you're actually looking at it, you'll see it both sides. And if you stand over here and you want to see what you're doing, because end of the day is this game is control basically 6 things. And you've got to understand, if you want to understand or play half decent golf, you're always going to remember strike, path, club face, angle. Those are the first 3 important things. If you miss the ball, doesn't matter about the next. If you hit the ball more or less in the middle, then it's the path and the club face angle. Those 2 things will help you where the ball's going to go. It's going to help you where it starts, where it's turn, and where it's going to end up. Which is, those are the 3 most important things. Always remember, when somebody help you or help yourself, think about those. If you hit the golf ball, is it in the middle? And what is the path of the golf ball? Because when she flies, she never lies. Why? Because that ball curves in the air by the side spin and the back spin. Now, if you hit it and you actually catch it from in to out, it's going to turn this way and it's going to draw, which I'm not going to go too detail. But try to understand the shape, determine what happened in impact, which is all what you want to do is getting the ball in the middle, half, club face, angle. If you get those 3 things together, half of your battle has been won. Now, try to focus on those. Now, whoever coach you, whoever help you, or help yourself, think about those 3 things always. If you hit the shot, did you hit the ball in the middle? What is the shape? Then it's the path. Draws inside out. If a close club face, do the path. That makes the ball curve this way. And then it goes this way. The path is this way. If an open club face, it goes that way. Which is, always remember what the club do to the ball, give you the results. Now, if you understand that, and the whole time you just want to see how it works, you will start with, I'm doing this, it's doing this. If I do this, doing this. Now, that's my best tip I can give you. Learn how to do it yourself. Understand how it works. If you can do that, half of the game is in your hands to play better golf. And then you'll play better. Listen to this stupid little research. They did research. People who play better golf enjoy it more. Oh, well, even I as a golfer can understand that. Which is, yeah, that is the secret. Know your game, know how it works, the better you can coach yourself.
The magician.
Let me show you now how it works, because this is the best system you can actually use. Because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hit a shot, and I'm going to explain to you how to. First of all, I listened to it, and it sounds like I didn't hit it in the middle of the club face. But if you go and look now, what I did there, as you can see, there's my swing, and it plays automatically back. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back and go slowly back and then see, okay, now look at the posture. Okay, well, let's go slowly back, and then you see my knee goes a little bit back, my head goes a little bit back, and I go a little bit inside, and you carry on to the top. Look at this, I sway a little bit there. Can you see that? That's one thing, as I get a little bit older, and I bend, I don't have enough flexibility. But it's fine where I am, but it's perfect on playing, coming down, okay? Now, as you're coming down, that looks good and plain. I see I don't turn enough. I will work on a turn, which is the next one. What I'll do now is probably now, because I can see it in front of me here, exactly what I do. I'm going to now make sure that I don't sway. See the last one, a little sway, and I'm going to extend a little bit there, and I bend a little bit quickly. Now I can see what I do the whole time, as you can see. Perfect. I'm going to do a little bit. That's better. And my knee, keep my knee there. That's it. Okay. Now you're going to see, I'm looking at your, oh, I didn't stand in the same place. Look at this, I'm stood a little further away from the ball. Okay, which is, you can see, I didn't get in the same position. Which is before I stood closer, now I stood further. Oh, that's a big no-no. Okay, now as you go back, all right, I didn't sway off it now. I can see it didn't sway off it. That's better. Now I also feel how it feels not to sway. You know, you want to feel. How do you learn? You learn by feel, see, and emotions, and those are the elements what you take to learn how to, because you've got to see yourself, because when you think, oh, I don't sway, you know, if you don't see yourself, you don't ever believe yourself, which is so important to do this. Okay, I can see my head is a little tilted forward when I go back there, but it's all good. That's just a system how to actually get better. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of my top students. He's now just got his card on the Sunshine Tour. He's going to play on the Big Easy Tour, and that's Carl Mawale. Now, Carl is going to come in. I'm going to show you how we interact with each other in this process, because I can't tell you a tip today, because if I'm going to tell you a tip, it's not relative to you, because each one is unique where they are, which is I've got to understand where you are. I meet you at your destination, at your point for the destination. I don't know where your point is. Let's start from there. Let's get Carl in here and let me show you how I do it. All right, now we got Carl here. Let me introduce you, Carl. Carl Mawale, one of my top juniors when I started a couple of years ago, and he was always an absolutely star in our junior program. And now he turned professional, and he just earned his card, but he can tell you all about it. The Big Easy card, and his professional career just started, which is really, really exciting for him. Carl, what is your feeling of getting into the professional tour now?
Firstly, I would say would like to thank Coach for all the help that he's administered to me over the years. Bushi was a great week. We had fun. I'm excited. I am really looking forward to the season and onboarding some sponsors and some good results in fruition of our coach and I's work.
All right, Carl. Now, we're working on your game now. In a couple of weeks, you got your first tournament.
Yeah.
Which is, we can't do too many technical things.
Yeah.
Now, you always got to remember, when you do technical changes, you know, you normally don't play good.
Yeah.
Because it takes a long time. It's like building a house. You're doing a renovation.
Yep.
It's chaos. But I mean, afterwards, you can have a great success with that, which is, at the moment, we're not doing big things. We're just fine-tuning your game.
Yep.
And anybody out there want to understand to play better golf, changing your technique is not going to make you better. It's so important to understand it. For that, in the long run, yes, if you're making great if you know your grip is wrong, you know your backswing is wrong, you know that, you can actually, but then you must spend time with it. Just knowledge is not going to make it. It's the people who act on anything is going to get better. Remember, coaching is very, very, how can I say, a lot of people say this to me, yeah, but I went for coaching and then my game went bad. Yes, your game will go bad. Why? Because it's taken a long time to implement a new system. I mean, Tiger, when he changed his golf swing, it took him nearly 2 years before he came back after he won his first major. in the Masters, but then after that, he comes to the big bang back, which is, remember, if you're working on something, it's important. Now, for me as a coach, I'm going to look at Carl's swing over here, as you look, all right? You can see there's a little bit of a late with the hips going forward there. Beautiful in the top of the back swing here. The knee still is not as good. Mine was bent. You see how nice and straight his arm is. That's beautiful. Now, probably one of the most important things is we're going to look at the flow. Now, look at the flow in general. And then, Carl, I want you to actually make sure that you, remember we're working on now, clear your hips a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
All right? Just clear your hips a little early because your bad shot is?
Left.
Little left.
Yeah, full draw.
Which is a little pull draw.
Yeah.
You get a beautiful and then a pull draw.
Yeah.
Now, what is a pull draw? Where does it come from? What is it? Because a strike path and club face. You strike it in the middle of a club face. Is that correct?
Indeed. So the second thing would be pass, would be slightly out to in with a slightly close club face.
Okay. But you want to draw the ball, which is, the shape is right, but it just started left of your target.
So I didn't fix my pass, essentially.
Then it's just your path.
Yeah.
Which your path, now we can
moving it to more,
what do we can
right.
do? We can realign you. We can aim more right. But it's not the solution.
Start pulling it more, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is, we're only going to look at why, and it might be 100% just a little couple of things. What did we just said earlier? What it could be? It could be just a little bit of your reverse K.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you look at here, you can actually push your hip a little bit earlier forward because it have to travel so far. Look how far that is. Look at the spine. It's actually reversed.
Behind the ball. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then look at the hips. It's too slowly. And then what happened? It's, you want to fall a little bit behind sometimes, and then it flick because you have to move a lot more back.
Yeah.
Which is, just try to do a reverse K for this, which is anything before the golf swing is always easy.
Posture, address, alignment.
Exactly. Because in the golf swing, which is the golf swing for the gentleman out there, is 1 second. Since you start, go back until you hit the ball. All is about 1 second. I don't think of the guys who go slowly back.
It happens quickly.
Yes, which is, and then 1 second and 3/4 and a quarter down, which is, there's not a lot of time. When you want to work on something, always work on things before the swing, which is your posture, address, grip a little bit, and then swing and see what your body react to that. And I think that's the best tip I'm probably going to give you today is make sure you don't change things in your golf swing because if you don't practice enough, you can't do it. Now, for me, please, all I want you to get your posture better.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at this line, this red line, that's it. There you are. You've got the reverse K. Now, you keep it in position, you learn how that feels, and now hit. Don't think about anything new. Okay, cool. Now, let's see that. Okay? See, that's now much better. It's much closer to that red line. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now the hip travel less to forward. Okay, and now it looks like you're beautiful on plane there.
Yeah.
Maybe for a little draw, I would still stay you a little bit, the club getting in front of you a little bit there.
Yeah.
So I want to get it from there, from the top, falling more to the pocket. Just feel like pocket, which is the best tip always is work with feelings, not movements. Movements is too technical, then you don't have flow, which is feeling. It feels like hands go to the pocket, in and through. These are little things. Now, reverse K, more hands to the pocket. Just feel like those pocket first on a down and hit. All right, there you are. That's the right drills. Okay, now everybody out there, learn what you need to do with your own golf swing. If you understand the game, that's great. If you don't, ask a pro to help you, to guide you. I would like to see a little bit more reverse K there. Okay, and hands to the pocket. Let's see. Okay, now you can see that the club is a little bit more underneath the plane.
And
so much better. Well done. And the flow is really, really, really good there. I'm going to love that, Carl.
Okay, so more reverse K.
Yeah, reverse K a little bit more and hands to the pocket. That's easy. Something before and in the golf swing. You're just going to work nice flow, hands to the pocket and through. And just have that same feeling. You always have some feeling to work with, but the most important is a consistent address, consistent alignment address. And then a consistent take it away, consistent this, consistent that. All these consistencies help you to become better. Now that's it. If, you know, most of people come to me, juniors, beginners, pros, I want to be more consistent. Carl, is that not one of the...
That's true.
Huh?
Yep.
I mean, that's all you. What do you would like? Be more consistent.
More consistent, yeah.
Now, what is the godfather of being consistent?
Practice, not work.
Yes.
Effort.
And be consistent.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people say, but are you doing consistent alignment drills? No.
No.
But how can you be consistent if you don't do consistent things?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it perfect. Just do it consistent. At least you
yeah.
can have a consistent ball flight.
Yeah.
And if you know it's consistent, then you just aim a little bit right. If it go all left or a little left, I mean, you don't want to be
easier to see what's out of place as well if you are consistent.
You have to be getting everything right because you compete against the best.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the amateurs. The amateurs really got to actually focus to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Which is, they just want to be consistent. Do the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Then they will get consistent.
Yeah.
That's really actually the secret. That's the biggest tip I can actually give anybody is to try to be consistent with what you're doing.
Do the same things all the time in the same manner.
Exactly. And what does it take to be consistent? You've got to be consistent address posture.
Yeah.
And then the body is the slave to the mind.
Yeah.
Which is your brain got to tell you, which is it's a process. It's discipline, doing every time the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is even a beginner can learn new things on, but you've got to be consistent, building the same thing until he can do it.
Yep.
Okay.
You've got to be aware of those stuff.
What do you need to do to be better? What do you do for instance? Come, let's see. Because what I coach you as a pro, I coach beginners the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's just you're much more precise. But what is your need? Sorry, I'm interrupting you. But what is your need now to be?
My need to be more consistent is, I would say, to play more, so that I can adapt to different environments and different courses. Kind of pay more attention to the feels, like Coach Hendrik said, more than movements, because your body is different every day you wake up. So being aware of my body and compositions, I would say making sure that every time I come to the range or I play, my grip is in place. I know where my ball position should be. And obviously warm-up stretching is a very big part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I always find is when people play and they hit and they don't look at the ball.
Information.
Exactly. I mean, how can you improve if you don't get good information?
You said earlier, when she flies, she never lies.
Yeah.
Which is very true.
I mean, it's so true.
Yeah.
Which is, and then you feel, oh, their ball go left.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt like this.
Yeah.
Oh, next time, and when I hit it great, it felt like this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the feeling.
Yeah.
Now try to clone the feeling. Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Yep. And all of that goes into the memory bank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good. And any kind of amateur will get better by just understanding he doesn't have to have a perfect swing to play really good golf.
Yeah.
I mean, I had horrendous swingers in the world who made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Which is why you want to improve your golf swing, really, if you've got to be more consistent. I mean, we're coming to this whole thing about to get better. It's about be more consistent and be more natural, because you can't try to have millions of different things and think about and repeat that.
On the course, you want one simple thought that will take you out throughout the day.
You know, if we go and sum it up, basically, I think this is the secret. The secret is to be doing the right things, and when you practice, don't do it for one day and then try something else. There's no holy grail about this golf game. And if amateurs just want to understand this, try to do the same thing, right? Just improve one little thing. If you go a lot inside, just slowly try to go straight back and whatever, and take it time to get better. And this is what's going to really help you a lot. Having this mindset of just enjoy the journey. The goal is not playing good golf. The goal is to do process correct every day, be a better version of yesterday. And if you can try to do that and play a little bit better golf and have fun with your friends, oh my word, it's priceless. That's what we all want to do. And that's my gift to you today.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.